control.
What are you going to do? Put them on the pill?
Yes. A mass birth control project where see that, I think that, isn't that Whitby? The photographer's been filming them in Whitby, and I've been to Whitby, and they are frightening. If you walk along that promenade, yeah, that's Whitby.
Yeah.
And last year I was in North Wales, and I stayed in a hotel where I had a nice bay window, and I had my breakfast in my room on this little table in the window, and this giant seagull was packing on the other side of, banging on the glass. And that is my hotel in Cornwall last year, where not only did they keep me up all night, they got the young ones there pooing all over my balcony that I paid extra for. So I'd like a massive programme where they're fed bread, looks like normal bread, but it's impregnated with if that's the right word, with birth control.
OK.
So they eat all the bread.
And then it just stops.
Yeah, so they make as much as they like and they don't have any more.
Well,
so
apparently
they self-wipe themselves out.
Well, so some of the problem has to be, I mean, there's a spokesperson from the RSPB has basically said, people feeding the gulls is half the problem because the gulls are used to food.
They can snatch it out.
But then, no, but what I mean is they then can't differentiate between someone just walking along with a bag of chips and someone who's been feeding them chips. So, so it's your fault, Linda Robson.
My fault. They're 3 times the size than they used to be. So does ice cream and chips have the same effect on them as it does on you?
There's a seagull obesity epidemic.
Have any of you seen Jurassic World?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a scene there where the birds take over.
Massive seagull in Jurassic World.
Petrifying, and that's how I feel about seagulls. I mean, I go a lot to Cornwall, I love Cornwall and Dorset, and it's a nightmare because you cannot eat anything out. And my daughter, my little one, is literally shaking and hiding because they swoop down. There's something about their beaks. Oh, they're
angry eyes.
Angry eyes. There's a hotel in Jersey that apparently now arms their guests with water pistols to be able to get out of the hotel and get down the street without them.
Good grief.
Aren't they just hungry birds?
Yeah, but there's
Aren't
too many
hungry?
of them.
But it's not their natural diet. I mean, when God created seagulls, he didn't say, well, you're put on this earth to eat chips. I created you back in the year, Doc. Yeah. Chips is going to be chips.
To be fair, God didn't say that to us either.
If we were hungry, we'd eat chips and ice cream. I mean, the thing is, I have to say, I'm probably just as guilty as a lot of people of feeding them. Like, if they do come towards you, then you throw a chip or you throw whatever you've got and they go away and
I've eaten one.
You what?
Seagull?
You've eaten a seagull?
Yeah, well, years ago I went hiking in New Zealand, and in the South Island, the Maoris, there's a big version of a seagull, like a cross between a seagull and an albatross, called a mutton bird. And Maoris are allowed at certain times of year to catch them, and just a few of them, and cook them and eat them. And when I did I'm a Celebrity in 2004, you get given that jungle food. It comes in every night, everybody's starving. What's going to be dropped? Well, I was in charge of the cooking, and this bird was dropped. I thought, hello, but that's not a chicken. And it looked, to be perfectly honest, like a seagull that had been plucked. I mean, it was obviously some kind of game bird. I cooked that bird, and it was so salty. No one. They're all starving and no one would eat it except me.
Let's contact the RSPB and say that we have Janet as our weapon of mass destruction against the seagull problem.
No, you're a game bird. Go around Llandudno eating seagulls.